So we're beginning 10-1, which is on polynomials. It gives you, in the beginning of 10-1, it gives you a bunch of definitions here. It's very important to go ahead and read through those. It talks about what a polynomial is, a binomial, trinomial, the degrees, okay? And they give you this lovely little chart, which is nice. So they talk about what the degrees of certain polynomials are called. Okay, when it doesn't have a variable, it's called a constant, and then it goes up from there. So they have special names for anywhere from the 5th degree polynomial, and then when it gets 6 or more, it just says 6, 7, 8, 9, and so on and so forth. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and kind of skip through this, and I'll do a couple examples with you on example 1. This is something that, once again, should be not a new concept because it's an algebra concept. So I'm hoping that if you really understand polynomials and how to classify them, you could maybe skip through this video. So it says determine whether each expression is a polynomial. If it is, then find the degree, and then determine if it is a monomial, which is a 1-term, binomial, which is a 2-term, or a trinomial, which is a 3-term. Okay. So definition of a polynomial means you have more than one piece. Poly means multiple. So it's got to at least be 2 or more terms. In this case, 8a minus 8ab minus 2c, that is a polynomial. So I think they want us to write is in there. Okay. Specifically, if I'm looking at the degree, we have a 1st degree. Okay, I don't see a whole lot of other powers on there. There's different variables, but not a whole lot of other powers. So I'm going to go 1st degree, and it is a binomial, which means it has 2 terms. Okay, so part B, we have negative 11.25. I know that this is called a monomial. That means 1 term. So this is not a polynomial. Nope, it only has 1 term. So I think what they want us to write here is the degree, and then they want us to write whether it's a monomial, binomial, or trinomial. So we already know it's a monomial because it has 1. Monomial. And this would be a 0 degree because it doesn't have a variable with it. So it is known as a constant. So it's 0 degree. Okay, so let's look at some more of these. Ooh, we got some fancy stuff here. So looks like we have a 2x to the negative 2 plus 3xy. So in this case, they give an example of what happens when you have a negative power. It makes it a fraction, so it drops this piece that's negative down to the bottom of a fraction. So I think that's just a helpful hint. So it looks like sorry about the pause there. I was trying to figure out the wording a little bit. So it says which blank is a monomial. So this is a polynomial. So I would say which is not a monomial. It has 2 pieces. It's not a monomial. So this is a polynomial. It has 2 parts. Sorry, the wording on these are kind of difficult. All right, here's a big one. So we have, it's simplified down. They simplified it down for us because there were some like terms in there that they ended up combining these 2 here in the middle. So now it bumps it down to 3 pieces. So it says the simplified form is as follows, which is the sum of 3 monomials, 3 pieces. So this is a polynomial. Is, yes, because it has multiple pieces. The degree, I'm looking at the degree of the highest one, which is a 3rd degree or a cubic. Now that we can write that in there. And then the name of it is a trinomial, kind of like tricycle. Okay. I don't have the teacher guide in there with me, so I'm hoping I'm filling in those blanks right. Okay, let's keep going. Last one. So let's see here. We have 3 pieces. So I'm going to jump straight to it because that's what I recognize first. I know that trinomial is going to go in the back. I know the highest degree is a 2. So that is going to be a second degree quadratic. Oops, quadratic. Okay. So then I'm going to work my way back to the front here. Is the sum of 3 monomials. So this is a polynomial, and we went ahead and went backwards and named it first. So there is that.